Hi again, I'm Michael from Leo Robotics, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is a Wii remote, and today I'm going to be showing you a cool new thing that you can do with it. So in the last video, I talked about how I'm going to be using gyroscopes in order to center Leo in relation to gravity, not relation to his own body, so that he can stabilize himself while he walks. And I got gyroscopes, I wired them up, and this is what happened. Okay, so I just finished putting in all the gyroscopes and I wrote some sample data, so hopefully when I lean him side to side, he'll react and he'll sway his legs in the opposite direction to keep his legs from sagging. So if I go ahead and run this, okay, it's honestly getting late. I've been doing this for a long time, so if this doesn't work, I'm going to call it a night. Good night. So it's the next day, and I figured that if he's not working right now, I should start back to where he was working and then work my way forward to see where I messed up, right? So this is the code that I wrote for when he was in the walker. He's not actually going to walk correctly because he's not in the walker anymore, but at least he'll move. Hopefully. Okay, Leo, come on. Okay, the light is blinking. That means that it's sending data. The light is blinking back here. That means that it's sending data to the motor drivers. The motor driver switch is on. Why the heck is he? Yeah, not one of my proudest moments, but he has been a pain for the last month and a half. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck is wrong with him. So today we're not going to look at him, we're going to take a look at the Wii remote I showed you earlier.
So the other day, I was looking through our stuff to get rid of bag and I found our old Wii console and a few remotes. Sadly, the console's broken, so that's trash. But the Wii remotes are still good, so that got me thinking, what could I do with these remotes? So I decided to do a little research on how they work, and to tell you the truth, I was surprised. So to break it down, somehow the Wii console and remotes send information to one another. The way they actually do this is through Bluetooth, the same Bluetooth that we all have on our devices. So then, in theory, there should be a way to take the console out of the equation and replace it with a computer. If I can do that, that would be awesome, especially since tracked game controllers cost so much nowadays. Yikes. And all you need for this to work is a Wii Motion Plus remote, which goes for less than 25 bucks on Amazon, or if you already have a standard Wii remote, you can buy a Wii Motion Plus extension in a 2-pack for around about 20 bucks. Anyway, back to the project. Now that I know it's possible to get the data from the remote, I need a way to actually get it. Thankfully, someone already thought of this and was nice enough to leave their code as open source on GitHub. Many thanks. So using this, I loaded up their example environment for testing and tried it out. Wow, that actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. I'm really impressed with that. What it's actually doing is measuring the rotational acceleration of the remote on each axis, then rotating the remote on the screen accordingly. That's why if I move it around without rotating it, the remote on the screen doesn't move. It does have an Achilles heel though. When you really shake it around, the calculation of the angular acceleration can't keep up with the movement, so it ends up all skewed. And of course, the API comes with events of each button press so we can make a user interface for the player. So, now that I know all of that, I've created a new scene that's supposed to look like Wii Sports Golf, with the club in it, and I'm going to try to control this club with the Wii remote. Once again, I'm really happy with how well this is all working out. It looks like the club isn't coming quite high enough when I swing back, but that's just a simple math problem. Just like in Wii Sports Golf, when pushing A button will put your club in front of the ball. Because of the skewing in the remote that I just talked about, by pushing B, your club will be recentered. Of course, if you swing the club while holding A, you don't need to swing again as your club stays in the air. As you can see, the ball stays on the tee. This is just simply because I've only been working on this project for the past 4 days, so I haven't had enough time to calculate the force on the ball yet. All in all, I'm really happy with how far I've been able to get with this in just this one video. I haven't actually figured out a name for this yet. I was thinking something about railway, like railway me spelled M-I-I, I don't know. You all are better at coming up with names than I am, so I would love to hear ideas in the comments below. So I'm going to keep working on this project. It actually is really interesting to me, the thought that people could play Wii like they did on an old game console on opposite sides of the world over the internet. That just seems really cool to me. So if you're interested in this project or in Leo once I finally get him working again, you better subscribe so that you don't miss anything.